If you want to watch it, Riley, I have a. Let me, let me just like click through all of the stuff because I'm like, I don't like what I have. So, I have uh 43 pills, not including the single one I can do, and I have 44 pills. Yes, it's it's basically another what, Navia? Yeah, well, you can inform the shitlord that she's back. Anyway. Do 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 do. Oh look, another Autorum that I didn't need. No, that's purple again. No, that's a Layla. Admittedly, I did not have C6 Layla, so that's okay. She's unironically like the second best shielder in the game. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, look, another Layla, but, so, the only thing I got out of that is a constellation for Layla. Yeah, I don't want to. We don't talk about looking. Let's go to my teapot shop. And by my teapot shop, I mean going in, grabbing the currency.
This realm is
What one? What one is it? Describe the weapon. Like what did it look like? Like a little sword? No, I stopped. I stopped caring at that point. I used dagger for the majority of the game. I used a dagger for the majority of the game, so I wouldn't know. Let me just look at my shit and be like, what can I? Because I've been trying to make it so I either have the, like all the stuff in like multiples of 5 or 10. We don't talk about the fact that technically I'm level 15 in the battle pass already. Well, because I buy the big one, which gets me the thing, so it gives me 10 levels, and then I'm finished by like week 3. Yeah. I had a heart attack when I saw Daniels. Like, look, like all endings reached on all of these, and I've done all the like hidden achievements to do with them as well. Obviously, as you can tell, I've done all of the story quests because none of them appear other than the coffee is. Do you want me to want your account? Where's Masanori? Where's Masanori? Where'd that bitch Masanori at?
Staring into my
Yeah, no, I I was looking. Well, there's no alternate ending to Genshin yet. So yes, yeah. There's Masanori. So many people are like, oh, no, continue. Valid. I've seen so many people be like, we need a training dummy, we need this, we need that, and then there's Masanori, and it's like, this is our training dummy. Yeah, well. Show me spot. Let's have at it. I remember when this guy was difficult for me.
illusion shattered. Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I know some people when they're on the Hoyo lab, there's like the interactive map, and you can check it and be like, okay, so I know on like your map it'll say, oh, this is 100%, but it might not actually be 100% because you're missing chests. So the only one of mine that doesn't say fully 100% is Natlan because Natlan is not fully released yet. So it said Natlan sitting at 83%, and I'm just like, okay, 100%. Oh, this is new. This wasn't here last patch. He wants to play Zenless. Because it's a Gunnar game. That doesn't narrow it down. Will you take me on a little... Can we go on a ride? Will you take me on a trip? No? Uh, guess I need to pull out footy now. Like, I need to walk over, whatever that is. This is where, like, the stick drift actually bothers me. Like, in the rest of the game it's fine. Changing characters it is not. Just in case. I prefer running her out, like if I'm doing walking on water, I'd rather use her healing one. So it doesn't randomly decide to start attacking things. No, I'll show you some of my characters' builds, like, because some of them I favorited, which means like that is the build I am happy with. I'm not going to change it other than maybe tweaking it like very slightly. Arlecchino's is one of them, so don't worry about that.
The show begins.
My Arlecchino, like, I remember how I somehow, I don't know how, but it was like Shogun got like the 100k crit thing, and I don't know how or where. She just apparently the Shogun got it, and I was like, okay. And now it's like, oh, Arlecchino, 100k, more than 100k. I'll tell you in a second. Once I get to this island, that I'm sure I'm sure that little dragon bus could bring me over. It just wasn't, and so it was just like, it's fine. Farina's putting her work in. She's not fully like she's not happy build. There's bits to her that I could improve. Oh hey, look, no treasure gen. Wow. Oh wait, this is the bit that was sort of grey or fogged over. Negotiation.
May I present?
An agreement. Oh, negation. To negate something is to like. Alright, let me look at my characters. Okay, so we start with our Lucino, who is like she's now in my party all the time. So she scales based off attack, if I recall correctly. So her having 2,300 odd attack, pretty decent. Her crit is 61.3 rate and 234.5 damage. Yeah. So she crits most of the time, and she crits well. So she has, I believe she's C2 R2, and I have 4-piece harmonic whimsy, because obviously she focuses on Bond of Life. 6, 10, 9. Oh, wait, I can make her 6, 10, 10. 6, 10, 10. The healing she does is based off of her bond, like to herself, is the Bond of Life value and her own attack. I didn't mean to do. I have a feeling the new voiceover is to do with a Scoffy. Yeah.
Oh, you've met my pâtissière suprême? Thanks to Escoffier, I used to have my pick of delectable confections, even beyond Gâteau de Bourg. Unfortunately, after everything that happened, I can no longer afford what the Palais Mermonia was paying her. Oh, don't worry, we're still in touch. I like to send her homemade dishes of my own. I even invented a new one not too long ago. Hara fruit fish jelly macaroni. This sounds good, right? I'll make it for you sometime.
Sounds gross. Horror fruit fish jelly macaroni. uh, it's just everything. Okay, so I finally sort of got Jean-Lee back. I would like to have him have higher HP, but like 73k or 47.3. Yeah. You think that's high? Just wait. So like I'd like it to be slightly higher because like the top percentage of them are higher, but it's fine. He's not really there for critting, he's there for shielding.
But where are those who share?
So he is C0R1. Yeah, 4-piece millilith. I mean it could be higher if I decided to switch from 4-piece millilith to 2-piece millilith. There's another HP increasing one. I don't remember what it's called. You know, I could raise it that way. So you think that's good? Okay. So yes, and this is her. Yeah, you wanna? You want me to? You want me to move up to the attributes? Yeah. Yeah. So her base HP at level 90 is 13,348. Uh-huh. So a lot of what she does is based off of HP anyway. Part of it is her weapon, which is a 60.3% HP boost. Then we have to, like, I've seen people be like, "Oh, you should be using Song of Days Past because it's a healing bonus thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, but the bubble from Ocean Hood, the damage bubble." I'm part of the 8 point. There it is. The other one is the Vorukasha's glow, so I could use that on Zhongli as well, just for the. But I don't. So let's see her. So she has the flat HP flavor. The fact that it, the fact that it's the one that's crit rate crit damage and not me using one that has HP percent on it tells you everything. I could switch it. I switched it. Yay, 51.2. So she got the flavor. 8.7%. Yep. She has the feather, which has another 8.7. I could switch with Barb, but I like Barb's set. She has a HP percent, Sans, HP percent, Goblet, HP percent, Hat. So. And the hat's the off piece. So I could switch it with anything that I see. And I'm like, HP percent. But I'm not gonna keep doing that. Excellent. Then we have my next girly girl with 46,000 HP. Kirara. Because she's a shielder. Yeah. The shield is based off of HP. Yeah. It's the shield will absorb dendro damage. The shield's damage absorption will be based on Kirara's max HP and will not exceed a certain percentage of that max HP. The remaining damage absorption on a shield of safe transport will stack on a new one when it is created and its duration will reset. So yeah. And it's also useful name. She has an EM sword. So basically at that point, like, when you see that it's an EM sword, you're like, oh okay, so all of the HP is coming from her artifacts. Yeah, we've got a HP flower with I've got two pieces. So it's two pieces of the Vorukashas and two pieces of Melilith. So she's got the flower and it's got plus 9%. She's got the Melilith feather which has plus 5.3, but it also has a flat rate of HP. Vorukashas Sands with HP percent, Melilith Goblet with HP percent, and then Melilith Hat with HP percent. Navia. And I will bear in mind, my Navia does not have her weapon. She has 2,458 attack. So she has the Melazine greatsword, the cardboard greatsword. I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute, and it does actually work. And the number of, like, obviously, so in this case it's like, oh, because you've helped all these Melazines, your attack is increased even more. And it's like, yeah, great. That's what I get for doing the world quests. And then she has a 4-piece Whispers in the Woods. So the plus 18%, and then the Geo damage bonus. Basically her set. So crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, ER, crit damage, attack percent, the off-piece goblet, or off-piece sands, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and not the best piece, but I wasn't farming that domain even more. It's good enough as it is, but the plus 2.7% fucking HP. It's when I get something like that on that kind of, like, piece where the character that I'm using it for does not need HP percent. I'm just like, fuck. Crit rate percent, attack percent, crit damage, HP. So what's her thingy? 63.7 and 153.4. She's not as good as Arlecchino, but still decent, and she's only level 80. And then we've got, her new voiceover will be about Escoffie's, yeah.
My good friend Escoffier is finally
She's
out.
voiced.
It's about time. Shutting herself away like that, all to try and surpass her own magnum opus, Gâteau de Bourg. It's a wonder she can even stand the sunlight after all that time inside. You know what? We should all go for a picnic sometime. I'll make sure to bring her a pair of sunglasses and a parasol. Believe me, you're in for a treat. With Escoffier, even the simplest of outings feel like
So Siegewin isn't voiced again yet, but Navia is, so that's fine. Playing the game of who's voiced and who's not. My Ito. the very perfect 3,100 defense. He scales off of defense, and roughly 1 to 3 crit. What's the word? Crit value. So 50, and then 174.7. He has his weapon. For the longest time, he didn't. For the longest time, it was just white blind. And then on one of his reruns, I was like, "There's nothing else to pull for. I don't have, I don't have any reason to pull for anyone else, any of the characters. I'll pull for his weapon, or I'll pull for the weapons." And I got his. And then the rest of his defense is coming from. So he has, that's the off piece. Let me look. One of these is it's his alt. So his alt converts all of his attacks into geo, cannot be overridden, increases his normal attack speed, increases his attack based on his defense. So it's basically focusing him on his alt, which is fine. My gene is built for a very specific reason. And it's not, it's not an actual build per se. But there's the world boss in Natlan. Yeah, no, her healing scales off of HP. That's just not HP, attack. That's just a byproduct of the other pieces. So she is built like this. Also, she's C5. She's built like this for the sole purpose of that fucking capybara boss in Natlan. Yep. Because the whole thing is you want to lift it and drop it and lift it and drop it, so she has. Yep. That is why she's built like that. My Shinha. I don't even know if my Shinha's built good. I'm just like, this is what I'm happy with. In terms of like, obviously her weapon needs leveled again. At least once. Like, her weapon needs leveled again at least once. It's not a big issue. She's scaling off of attack, like is recommended. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage. Not the best piece for her. It would be better if I had a different goblet. Or no, different sounds. But, I'm not fighting it. That might work. No. We want ER better on her. I probably have something sitting around. It's fine. Not a big deal. That one. Perfect. That's better. She got a little bit of an upgrade. It's fine. The assumption that I use all of these characters, I just build them just so they're built in case I need them at any point. We're not going to talk about the fact that most of these characters don't actually get their talents leveled. It's not an intentional thing. Like, I just hate doing talent domains. So she's built well enough. I think. Well, I say I think. I know she scales off of attack. So there's that. So my Emily is built like how I like her, minus the fact that again we don't touch talents. We don't like talents. So she's got a burn build, which is what's recommended for her. So yeah, I do actually have, when I'm like making teams and stuff. I do actually have a team that's focused on her burn build. That I could technically add Kenichi into, but that's effort. Kenichi isn't getting added into that. It's 3 pole arms in a dream. Anyway, so she is 66.8 over. But again, she's like, we're here for the burn, and she's not the main aspect of the build. She's just there to apply dendro and stuff. My Tainari as well. When did my Tainari get built? I don't know. I think it's less that the character is built and more that I'm just like, these are these artifacts are the ones that they're keeping, kind of thing. I don't remember. My Milani is built 38k health because she scales off health again. Most hydro characters do. Yeah. Technically could be higher HP Layla, but I mean, all things considered. She's still, like, yeah. She's not my second best, shielder, but she's there for when a Geo shield or a Dendro shield aren't gonna work. Although that being said, I've been using Sitlali in shielding comps because she does a shield and it does damage. So my sweet child, I believe her healing is based off of attack. Yeah. I don't know. I was comfy enough with her belt, so I never changed it. Tends to be the case. I'm like, yeah, this build's fine. She does what I need her to do. Yes, my built Genshi that it took fucking 5 years of playing the game, near enough, to actually build him. So he has a sack sword, he has the 4-piece emblem because apparently that's good for him. He's C6. We honestly, like, so many of my friends who play the game as well are like, oh, but like emblem's good for everyone. And I'm like, on one hand, yes, like emblem's not it's maybe not best in slot for everyone, but it's not bad on everyone. So in theory, like, if you're just sort of doing builds randomly, having emblems fine. But at the same time, I don't hate doing it. Oh, you mean my recent attempts at doing, like, getting HP rolls and not having defense percent on it? Just like, like, I'll be slightly accepting of flat defense because it can't ruin my build that much. Oh no, like, it shouldn't. Mm-hmm. I know the one. The one for Blizzard Strayer? Yeah, no, it suffers. So, like, yeah, like, it doesn't benefit the build, but it doesn't, like, ruin a build. Anyway, but it's like me sitting and being like, okay, I'll roll this, and it has, like, the 3 stats on it, and it's like, crit rate, crit damage, and then, like, something else that's beneficial. Like, say, oh, if it's a HP character I'm using it for, it has HP on it, and then I'm like, okay, well, like, attack percent would be nice, ER, EM, something like that. No, defense percent. And I just started looking at it, and I'm like, you're going in the bin. But yeah, I finally built Zinjo after all those years. Not that I actually use them, because who needs Hydro application on any other character when you have Kokomi? That is how I run. Chevrolet is HP based. Her weapon could be leveled higher. Um, in theory, she could have slightly better artifacts, but she's good enough for what she does. She's not the main focus. She's like, there is an applicator and a healer. Given that given her best teams are like Pyro Electro ones. So she's there because I don't have a built Bennett. Basically. C6. We never talk about talents. The last character I have... Oh, Youngling has a new voice line. What's this? It's gonna be about Escoffier! And she's not voiced. Okay, so how's Youngling? She's not perfect. She's good. She's like very much focusing on the ER kind of thing. This is fine. So she has the ER. She has the catch. She has my C5 or not C5, my R5 catch, because fishing was never a problem. And then she has a 4-piece emblem, because again, that's apparently what she works with. I was just reading guides. It was like, yeah, you should just use this character. And I'm like, okay. Whatever you say, guide. She works well enough. And then my unbuilt characters, who were built, and then I decided to maybe rip them to pieces or realized their builds weren't good enough. On the other hand, though, I am going to be adding my Nahihi to build for a very important reason. Look at that sweet, sweet EM. And that's before, like, that's before the double Dendro EM boost, which I usually run with her. So she has her weapon. It's a 2 and a 2. I could change it so that she has... Well, it's basically like this one, but not quite this one. Because the gilded increases your EM, but the flower increases the EM anyway, so... EM main stat, plus 44 EM, with a Dendro main stat, EM main stat with crit damage and ER, which is what she wants. Flat HP, EM, crit rate, crit damage. Flat attack, EM, crit rate, crit damage. Like, the only piece I'm not fully sold on is this, is the sands. But again, like, all things considered, the build itself is good. Like, this one piece of sands not being the best changes nothing. And she is 10, 10, 10. Triple crown. And the only characters I like willingly or like deliberately, intentionally triple crown are the catalyst characters, simply because, you know, their actual like their regular attack does elemental damage. So it's like, I may as well put this. Yeah, my nahihi. I have, well, I'll show you my teams. If if it will let me. There we go. So, I'll put Farina back in her box. I'm gonna put Kokumi out. So, this is my Hyper Bloom team. With my two built Dendro Queens, and then Shinobu needs a little bit of work, and Kokumi needs a little bit of work as well. But yeah, this team got me through so much content until I decided to start using Arlecchino. Oh no, not all of these are actually filled. It's just that they're there so I can fill them. You're looking at him. The only thing that would change is like whoever's in Kokumi's slot. It's usually I'll probably sub in Furina on the Nahida, like on the Hyper Bloom team. Simply because there's already another healer there in the form of Shinobu. So it's, and okay, it's not an opt, she's not like main healer, but it's not so much of an issue. Whereas if I were to put Farina in the Arlequino team, it would, like, the team would suffer overall because of the HP drain. So, you're looking at them. These are how I Abyss. I'll do an Abyss run as well, just to show you. This is my team specifically made for fighting the Dendro Cube. Just for the Dendro Cube. My four catalyst users for the Dendro Cube. And then this is my burn team. As I said, 3 pole arms and a dream. I do tend to like have, yeah. I do quite adore him. I'm just, I don't know if I don't know if his voice actor is SAG or not, and that scares me. Because like with the whole voice actor shit that's going on, like if Hoyo like fully says no fuck you and fires all of the SAG specific voice actors, the 5 core ones are like a 50-50 because they can actually work on it. Although Corina is 5 core and she can get fucked. Sorry, Corina uses they them pronouns. But like there's so many, there's so much good talent that we would lose because of this, that we could potentially lose because of the strike. It's not even a strike. It's a wildcat strike at best, which is illegal under US law. Wow. So suffering. Like we would lose Keith Silverstein. We would, for Zhongli, we would lose Yuri Lowenthal. For Dainsleif, we could potentially lose Allegra for Beto. Although, like, Allegra has come out and said she wants to come back. The same way Erica has for Venti. So it's like... Hmm. So the union was supposed to be good, but that's why characters, like Mizuki's voice actor is from the UK. Kenichi's UVA is American but based in Japan. Like, has moved and married in Japan. Like, he now lives there. Yeah, this is why, like, a bunch of the new VAs are not American. Because that's its own bundle of issues. But yeah. And then this is my, the team I use when I'm running around gathering wood and stones for the teapot. Ito because he doubles the wood production, basically. Ningguang because she shows me where the rocks are, and then Arlecchino and Farina, so I don't actually have to lose out on anything in terms of my teams. Like in fighting. And a little bit of Explo for Farina. And then all my other teams are blank because I haven't come up with teams I like. I want to fight this thing, and we're gonna do it with the Arlecchino team. Haven't fought it yet. I'm gonna find out what it's like. I'm scared. Like, I'm not really, but I'm scared. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. Consecutive cryo attacks. Near enough. You could be good. Me being like, wait, I forgot that it basically like, I don't have to go anywhere for it to reset. That one was cleaner. That one's garbage though. And you also asked what my highest crit was. How did I... No, there's someone going around, it's a hacker. Like, there's a hacker that's going around and, like, maxing people's crits out. And they've had, like, different accounts on different, servers. What is it called? Purveyor of they are known as the Purveyor of Punishment. My highest crit is 386,235. Dealt in 2022. Nope. I can probably, like, looking at the characters that I have, like the character archive, I can rule out who it was. YouTube will come home soon. YouTube will come home soon. Alright, so 2022. We are talking Inazuma into Sumeru. So it could have been Shogun and a Dendro team? No. Hard to say. Don't know specifically. Who does commissions? Not me. I want more money. I wish I had more money. Also, I never do floor 12, so. Oh, you mean these? How long? There have been times I've done, like, as you can see from the one in February, I was like, you know what, this is easy. Looking at the strongest single strike, though. I could actually work it out based on this. Because if it was in, so we said 2022, it doesn't go that far back. God damn it. But I mean, there's like, you see the times where I'm using like Milani, my old Arlecchino, even then was like better. And things like when I was using old Arlecchino, when I was using Neuvillette and Jolene and stuff. And then you get to that one, and it's like, oh, whoopsies. The fact that Neuvillette has 78 elemental skills unleashed. Alright, let's just do floor 10 again, because closing. Me being blind as all fucking can't see the characters I'm looking for. I can put you in there. Right, it'll work. It'll be fine. I'm jealous of the PC people who can just, you know, like, immediately spin. Lord of Sand, nothing, bitch. Like, you blink and you miss it. Yeah. Well, that's what he gets.
Let's finish this back. Let my name echo in song. Hey, stand with me. Out of my way.
That's really.
Take yourself a move. Everyone hold hands.
The fact that I've not been using my Hyper Bloom team makes it feel slightly clunkier than normal. I'm like, I used to be able to just do a rotation very quickly, and now it feels clunky. Now, will you be able to get your bird out? Nope. Do you have a C2 Arlecchino? There's your issue.
Let's finish this back. One with nature. One with wind and cloud. This was new. Let's wait here a little. The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything. Lightning.
Like, I see so many people on the subreddit being like, oh, which character should I use for this kind of team? And it's like, they're asking about Hyper Bloom teams, or just Bloom teams, and it's like, you should get yourself an Ahita. And they're like, oh, but, and it's like, well, if you're not gonna use Nahida, use fucking Dendro Traveler.
Show no mercy. You two. Time. Overruled.
So, then there's that. And you could turn around and be like, oh, but you could easily do like 412. I don't enjoy torturing as well. Oh look, it's Hydropilpa and an Abyss Lecter. And the Millennial, the fucking seahorse. Oh look. Bosses! No, thank you. Yes, I could get, like, oh, I see people being like, oh, but you could get more, Primos, and I'm just like, oh. If Primos were an issue, you know, I will just buy them. My issue currently is Mara. Because I used to have like 20 million. And now it's barely 4 million. It's because I decided that all my level 70 characters should be level 80. Nah.
Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi.
Every time I hear.
Hey, Navia! Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a It wasn't... I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for no, I... Why is she so aggressive? Huh? Who do you think you are? So, you're bringing backup... Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff? My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And of course, how you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business.
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Vermont can't handle the job, then...
But Vermont can do the...
Monica,
huh?
just do as you're told, and not another...
What a bitch. Yeah, you're not allowed to say bitch, Paimon.
Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
Drama. Navia, please.
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us.
It's just, the Spina is basically
At the restaurant and get a better idea
playing
of
the
their working
Union.
conditions.
How ironic.
Savannah, watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now.
Paimon will join you. 'Cause this is...
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di...
Sorry to interrupt. I just want... This is a small token from us. It's some...
Monica's the one apologizing?
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately.
Oh,
Thank you for...
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this.
Paimon total... Huh? Hold on, didn't find... Escoffier?
Gasp.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Me unable to remember where the fuck the flip is. There we go. I ain't walking or listening to dialogue.
So, who is this Escoffier anyway?
Kitty.
For starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de... She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer. And safe to say, she's the most...
Gâteau de Boer? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell if you...
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food.
The Fortress of Mirapede?
Well, you're right. The quantity of the Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still.
So that's what happened.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing him...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes.
Oh, hey, look, it's fucking Gordon Ramsay.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors a chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Yes, chef. Then
Mhm.
go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you...
Yes, chef.
To be fair, Gordon Ramsay doesn't yell at kids, so like she's worse than Gordon Ramsay.
Waiting to be served? Sorry.
Oh, no.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up.
I still hate the fucking poisson chaud pie that they have where it's fucking fish head sticking in. No.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined us Well, in her words, the Hotel de Bourg.
I guess I'll be heading.
Wait. Take these home with you. We can't serve...
Oh,
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon. So you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
I can't place her accent and I kind of hate it.
Fiamma.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. He decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia. I've told you before. No one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
It almost sounds Scottish,
Yeah.
but like
Failed
borders
dishes
Scottish.
That just so happen to be nutritionally.
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion, Paimon, yes? Is this something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Yeah, but like Navia's supposed to be Italian, and she speaks with an American accent. So like,
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navia's come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Bourg anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who...
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the...
That's hard to...
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, Fiamma and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from...
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the... Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell.
Oh, Monica. I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's...
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
shortcut. Who wants to walk around the sewers when you can just teleport?
wait. She looks like...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
But please.
heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you? If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook?
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared.
Oh, well, it's because...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way?
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but we all knew that it came from a good place. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, and it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef is...
Monica, you don't need to call me chef.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, that banquet was a huge event. And
Lumaline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitwell. Apparently,
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer.
they also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even, unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made
everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased of that, but you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to... And now look at you.
what are you trying to say? Sure,
Oh.
Monica, besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah...
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you... Escoffier? What happened to you, Savannah? Why you made me the head chef and gave up your right to... You're not the boss here.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a...
My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills? Or are you still using the Bluey Lotus as an off-brand markup, thinking no one can tell the difference? That's none of your...
What happened to...
Ho ho! I was not
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tete-a-tete between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
So she has a French name but does not sound French, and then there's this fuck off.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty argument, the cooking contest would decide...
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous... And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
I thought it was a hotel, otherwise, why wouldn't it be called the Restaurant de Bord?
What say you, Escoffier?
Sure, I reinstated it.
I see no issue.
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. I don't want anything to happen to you, but if you lose, you hit...
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his... It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world.
Present and former.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own... Don't take me for... I want your copy! The original version! I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between... Stop trying to change the topic! What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or...
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift. To thank...
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue. As long as both sides agree to the term. And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the Codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. You sound... Alright then, Let's see how much you've actually worked. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to.
Believe me, I'll show you.
She had drugs in it.
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's have.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, back in the day, he and his good friend Zavelli explored far and wide. Partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste
Man,
and
apparently a
Zavelli
rare,
once found the
rare
original
ingredient that you can only make 16 slices of cake a day? What the fuck?
stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius.
Yes.
And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became...
It was pulling, and then I was like, oh well, let's not. let's do the story quest for Escoffier.
Serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only serve food that was popular?
I still cannot
Anyway,
place her voice actress.
Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Bour's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it's still
Okay.
numerous relocations
And hearing it, I'm like, okay, you know, I know why I can place it. She's from fucking Bournemouth. This is why. The voice actress is from Bournemouth.
Like one of those musical books they have in Liyue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
So, you know, when I said that they were moving all their voice acting now from the US, yeah, Mizuki, fucking...
Case in point.
No, Mizuki's VA is British.
Escoffier's reimagination.
Not with Mizuki, but you can with Escoffier. Like, it, at the very least for me, I'm like, that does not sound American. That sounds...
There's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Bourg today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanishem's business sense to thank for that.
It's Emily Cass.
But it's still the most
Where?
delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe
Where?
version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer is the true head chef?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the
Yeah.
first place.
It was a symbol piece, now it's not.
But still.
Well, I mean, because it's still usable in Japan, because in the East, because they don't associate it the same way the West does. Also because Japan was also Hitler's allies.
Just let our Gatto do the talking.
I beg your fucking pardon. I'm looking at the stuff the voice actress has done for Escoffier, and it's like, oh yeah, like the voice of brands such as Lidl, Co-op, and Samsung, and it's like, oh boy, because she's usually a bit like Nathan Noakes, so Autoron's VA, a lot of her voice acting history has been TV and advertising, not video game stuff. So, like, well, even that, but like, it's not like the Americans can get pissy and be like, we'll stop you working on anything in future, and it's like, okay, have fun trying to stop me in the UK advertising market. She's also a continuity announcer for Nick Jr. and Channel 5's Milkshake, saying things like, coming up next, Peppa Pig, and time for Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, in between programs. Yeah. So she follows a standard rate card for voice actors, $250 for a standard TV gig involving adverts or continuity. This article's from last year. She's only 25. So she'll be 26 sometime this year. Jeez, younger than me.
It means casting her in this vein, however much she's changed since we worked together. I believe that she still has.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for.
Also, Navia's back.
Too ahead of ourselves. Gatto de Boer is now. If I had to push
It's
could probably do the work
not. It's Navia and Escoffier banners.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook.
Oh, count me in too, even if it means competing against
confident.
Shilonen.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
I went 3.
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is chopping stuff up without. Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. A kind of special food, but this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Carmen's never used anything this weird before. Cool. Not weird.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extract.
Wow. Even the smell is so much more
Absolutely. I'll demonstrate again. Now. Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much. And voila! Now it's your turn. Not terrible, but the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? Oh, well, they do say adventure. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something. That's right. How's it going? Have you picked a dish? Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say.
Like it's like, oh yeah, you should
good, right? Not to brag or
you should
anything,
pick the most delicious food from Hotel de Board that you cook, and it's like, oh well, any of these pre-made food that I've had sitting around in my bag for months, years.
fair enough. Paimon doesn't know all.
That's 6 out of 100. You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish by that logic. I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat.
Paimon got shit off.
Me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons, so you went from
12 tablespoons to 10. Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out, because it tastes like you just threw in what.
Navia is saying this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones. From 12 tablespoons to 10.
Aw.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last 8 point.
darn.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of.
How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this.
Hey, you made that last.
Well, it looks like I lost.
What flavored Takis?
It takes 3 chefs. That still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe
Chef Escoffier,
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest.
And do you think
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Trap, I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me...
Yeah.
Don't you worry. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the hotel...
Firma, have you even...
I... Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I...
Do it again! Again! Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I...
Dad, talk to me.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did...
Probably because you were all But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order...
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was...
she sounds like the worst.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what...
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again! Do it again! Do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get...
Either straighten yourself out.
So now, it seems like just picking...
Oh, man.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier. And maybe Savannah was right.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk.
But what if you can't find...
You think being one person short will room even if I had to go it alone?
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing.
And so will I.
Yeah. And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina deep.
Actually, I thought maybe I...
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to...
You do this for us?
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for... I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways,
Wow, Paimon did it.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on being sponsored.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre.
Yeah, feast, feast, feast.
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest... That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
So, this...
Wow. I don't know if I'll...
I wish I could eat that all over again.
was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause well, I mean to an extent. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is... I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was right. Yes, with his... The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bourg and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit. Savelli seemed to face setbacks and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had people started gossiping about Savelli. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime, and that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real... Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do, and that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow, then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then.
We have returned. Mm, no.
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer!
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Boer.
Savannah, I brought the original. Monica?
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates.
As one of the judges, I promise.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how...
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Boer cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this. Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work. Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
No recipe, no problem. Bon appetit. Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah.
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Goodness sakes, Savannah, what are you doing?
Oh, get it. I've got to focus on my own dish.
A little amuse-bouche.
Stay calm, Scotty. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
So, what do you think?
recipe.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gateau de Bourg.
That went just as I expected.
Time's up! Contestants, please!
Huh.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws,
Whoa! This is really rather good.
wonderfully soft and fluffy.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of only because there's something about the flavor of the... Huh? All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a...
I have a feeling that this...
How exciting!
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too.
It appears the decision...
Whew. And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out,
Something's not right here.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau...
What? It's Savannah?
No!
hey, Savannah! What did you do? Oh,
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to... It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're... Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost...
Ye judges, we don't.
That's enough! As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the... Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just... I don't... If you want the Codex de Board,
Scoffier.
but you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? But only on the
Fine. I'll treat this as your final... So, will that be all, ex-head...
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even...
I know what I'm doing.
All right, fine.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is...
It's all right. It was just... Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed... Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything...
No.
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening.
I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on...
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the... She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes. And don't...
Why?
Our best guess is... she...
And even so...
Yeah! And it's definitely no...
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with...
Not to worry.
It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And whatever's going on with you, just...
Food safety.
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea but the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage.
This is crazy. So Savannah
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or...
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take... You should tell Vanisham to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Good. Now, back to Savannah. What?
I have my What happened to me? I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the difference was so small.
Still, as head chef, it's so many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoe, but after countless setbacks, and at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine. The only one privy to all the secrets of the...
Oh, for goodness sake.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex. Oh, seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. She might not be on the same level.
You'd think so, but geniuses like...
New head chef, you say? I wonder, can the hotel
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone...
All this time, I've been blank.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but let's give her the day to calm down.
In that case, I'll go and update for Mon as...
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or...
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. But what those poets don't know is that during a once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. I guess what I'm saying is, cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believe that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, Okay, Anne, come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out
why are we here so, check on her? Oh no, Escoffier.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee and... Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler in Paimon.
Glad to hear it. But make sure to catch up on your...
I think I figured...
Wait, what?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small. I can't believe it's caused so much drama. Yes, it...
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned, only to find an empty... I left Alphonse and the others to keep... If she's not here...
Boss, Escoffier.
Alphonse? You're supposed to...
We were, but then, just...
Oh, looks like...
Wait a second. Of course, from the Codex. Yeah, but... I don't understand. The adventure...
The Codex de Bord? Then... These...
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original...
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a...
Hold on. There's more.
It was you. It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah...
Retrieve the codex so the cooking contest and the
She's keep...
this is all... First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your... and...
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we
like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it?
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the park. Aw, they ran off.
That could be easier said than done. Something's...
Well...
Good.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food...
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing in it. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them.
There is no time for that.
Wait.
Adaptive frosting! Yeah!
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back.
It's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. So annoying. Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water. Here. I said your water. Sure. All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I... Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident.
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation... So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That she deliberately hid her first idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli, and he offered Modeste his friendship, he promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
I am no Savelli.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself if you're You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the...
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness.
Ooh, feisty.
I somehow doubt that. Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long.
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica.
You. Oh, you're too much. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's
no.
Revenge is a dish best served. You're allowed.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for...
Stop right there! Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around.
You can't! Stay back if you...
Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat.
Monica, what are you hoping to...
A recipe! Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the...
Are you serious? You're here because of a gâteau de...
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of... We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war...
Will you listen to yourself?
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on...
Wait, what's... Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse. Uh-oh. Savannah's gone too... Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her... That's true. Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Okay. Alright. Bye.